What can happen when you just have a few people come together and, help her out.
It's a great story, and we have to stay so much aware of our neighbors, our friends, our loved ones that don't have the air conditioning. This is what it was like today. 91 for Greenville.
All that red you see back there is just like makes your eyes pop out of your head a little bit, but I know that you said that there might be a cool down along the way, so that's when my ears perked up.
We've got to wait a couple of days for it, but we will see some major heat relief going into next week, so that's some good news. Today did get to 91 for Greenville, 90 in Anderson, looking at 90 down in Greenwood, and about 89 degrees up in Asheville. So we definitely had some heat today. Right now, mainly we are sitting nice and dry with a partly cloudy sky. Obviously, there have been a few pockets of thunderstorms in areas of Oconee County. It's now moving up toward Brasstown, so look out in those places if you're going to be out and about tonight. These storms are actually moving northward, so if you are in Cullowhee or Silva or even Franklin, you might see a rumble of thunder or two come your way, along with some downpours by about 11:30 or midnight, but they should begin to fade shortly after that. So this is kind of the focal point for the hours right now, heading straight to the north. Temperatures outside so far, they have dropped into the 70s in places like Spartanburg and Gaffney, as well as into our mountains. It's still a little on the hotter side. 84 for Greenville, 80 in Clemson, near 80 out in Toccoa. So we do continue to see at least enough heat to continue those storms for now, but it will break down into the lower 70s by the late overnight. It stays muggy and partly cloudy here in the upstate. Mountain towns about 68 degrees for you as the showers and isolated thunderstorms exit in the late overnight. You might be left with a little patchy fog for tomorrow morning, but it shouldn't be anything major. Getting out for church or some errands, you shouldn't have any real problems tomorrow. Heat alerts still sit to our east. The Carolinas and Georgia still under some concern for this, but there are heat warnings just east of Raleigh, stretching throughout that I-95 region. And there's another set of heat warnings and advisories out west of us in Kentucky and almost up to the Great Lakes states. But for us, we sit right in between. Luckily, with some of a mountain breeze, we won't get quite as hot as these other locations, but it's still going to be above average across our entire area. Here's your planner for Sunday. 73 to start, partly cloudy, 87 degrees by noon with a high of 93. That is above average, so keep that in mind. There's a small chance for a late day thunderstorm, but most of us will end up just dry, hot, and sticky like today. Mountain towns in the 60s tomorrow morning. You reach 80 at noon with a high of 86 degrees. Again, continuing with a slightly better chance for some thunderstorms in western North Carolina, though most areas stay dry. So as we rate your Sunday, we're calling it an 8 out of 10 on the Carolina Sky Meter. Futurecast will show that small chance for storms mainly in the afternoon. So 8 a.m. still looks nice and dry. Even midday, only a few pockets of showers in the mountains, with the mid-afternoon around 3 and 4 o'clock getting a bit more active. But even then, it should start to back off into Sunday evening. Monday's going to start ramping up a little bit more. You'll notice by about 3 in the afternoon, mountain towns have more widespread showers and a few storms. We might find a few more here in parts of the upstate, but it's really into Tuesday that we really get more of those storm threats. And this is going to be the widespread kind of overtaking rainfall that we'll get into the second and third days of next week, which will seriously drop our temperatures. 93 tomorrow, 90 on Monday, and then it's about 83 degrees on Tuesday with those showers and storms ramping up. Luckily, that will stay in place, 70s to middle 80s for much of next week, with minimal rain after we pass through the storms on Tuesday. We'll take another quick look at your forecast coming up in a few minutes.